What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Screw Toy action figure review. And today we're going to be looking at the Mezco 112 Vapor. And I'm really excited about this figure, man, because I actually didn't know much about him until I watched The Amazing's review on this figure. By the way, go check that review out. I will leave the link in the description down below. And as well as Unparalleled Universe, did talk highly about this figure, and it just got me really interested and piqued my curiosity. So ended up finding them for a really good deal, a little bit over retail, but comfortable enough where I didn't think I was gonna go broke. But yeah, man, I found them for a great deal. It was one of my friends. He needed some extra cash, so I took it off his hands, and yeah, just really lucky to get this figure because he did go up for pre-order, I believe, in early June. And the first round of pre-orders, they got the figure right away. It was shipped to them in June. And then the second batch of pre-orders actually don't go out till next year. I think around the same time. I think June 2022 or May 2022, around that time. Not too sure. Anyways, let's get a closer look here at the package. And then we'll get a closer look at the figure itself. Front of the package is pretty dope, man. You got the Mezco exclusive sticker right here. I don't know how well you can see it with the lights, but as you can see, Mezco exclusive sticker. Nice gold foil. I think it was a Mezco exclusive, online only. You got the Vapor Hoodz logo here in graffiti on the wall, because he is a graffiti artist. You got a shot of Vapor here, nicely painted. Hoodz, I think this is the line that, because I think Mezco has what is it? They have, their movie figures and their comic figures, and then they got their, what you call it? The Rumble Society, and then they got their Hoodz line, which is pretty dope. And then you got 112. Pose plate display, and on the side you get a shot of knocking down shit. You got a shot of Vapor tagging a subway, and then on the top you got some tags of Vapor, Mezco Hoodz, and it is a subway. And on the back, same thing as the front, except you got your barcode down there, and at the bottom, same thing. And here we have Vapor out the packaging, and this is not the clothes he comes with straight out the packaging. He does come with a blue t-shirt, as you can see here. But I decided to put this outfit on. I've actually had this figure for about 2 days now, and I just couldn't stop playing with it, man. And yeah, it took me a minute for it to actually sit down and review it, because it is a great figure. Spoiler alert, I really do love this figure a lot. But let's get a closer look here at his accessories. He does come with a display base that is really nice. It's just brick. It says Vapor Hoodz. And it's nicely painted. And it does come with a peg here, so you can peg at the bottom of his foot, but you can push that out. Push it out. There we go. Push that peg out, which is on there pretty good, so be careful. And then you can port in a clear stand, so you can have him, flying in the air or something. I don't know why he would be flying in the air, but it does come with a clear stand. And straight out of the packaging, this stand was very stiff. I was scared that I was gonna break it. The hinges were on there really tight. Even the clip now is still on there pretty tight. I'm scared I'm gonna break it, so I had to grab a small screwdriver and just loosen it up. So do be careful of that. He also does come with a whole bunch of accessories, man. A whole bunch. I don't even know where to start, but let's start with the things he does have on his body on right now. So I put one of these heads on. He originally came with this one straight out of the packaging, where he looks very like over all the bullshit. And I do prefer this one. It's my favorite out of all of them. But yeah, I did put this head on. I also put this hoodie on, which is very nice. It does have these little pull strings. I don't think they really work. They're just there for decoration. He does have a pocket in there too. That is, you can actually put his hands in there, but you have to pop his hands off and put it in there. He does come with this nice black. It kind of has like a green tint to it almost, but it is a black jacket that does have a wire here in the hoodie, so you can post it however you like, which I thought that was pretty cool. And it runs all the way down to these little flaps right here, so that's pretty nice. His jeans, he does come with a pair of jeans. I wish that he came with more pants, because he did come with several, for his upper body, several pieces for his upper body, but nothing for the bottom. I would have loved to seen him in some basketball shorts, some ripped jeans, just a couple other pair of options for his, bottom. Unfortunately, he did have a little silver button here, but it fell off. As you can see some of that glue residue in there. I don't know how well you can see it. Let me move this over here. Yeah, there's some glue residue where the button was, and it fell off. It was a little little copper button. It fell off. Don't know where it went. So that's a little unfortunate, but not too bummed about it, because you're really not gonna see it anyways. And then, as you can see, you can actually see his boxers up there, like he's kind of sagging a little bit, but they're stitched onto the pants. That's not a separate piece. And then going down to his shoes, he does come up with a pair of Air Jordan knockoffs. These are the Fire Red 5s, or inspired by the Fire Red 5s, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have the license to use the Air Jordan 5s, so they just made them without the logos. At the bottom, it does say FU. It does have some small treads, but those are the accessories on the body. He does come with a lot, like I said earlier. He comes with a blue t-shirt, which I thought it was nice. I thought it was too simple. I wish it would have been maybe a different color, because his skin is blue, and just something else to contrast that blue skin. He does come with a little puffer vest, as you can see here, his Marty McFly puffer vest, and it does have a wire that runs through the bottom and the top. Well, no, not the top, just the bottom. So it is very nice. I did have a very hard time with the zipper, bringing it down. Actually, with both zippers on the black jacket as well, I had a hard time unzipping it. So once I unzipped it, I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm not gonna zip it back up. But it is nice, a nice little padded vest. He does come with a backpack, as you can see here. A nice little backpack with actual working straps. So if you want to loosen them up, you can. Yeah, just a nice little red backpack. And again, it does have a zipper, and inside it's just foam to keep its shape. You can take that foam out and put some of its accessories in there, because we do have a lot of small accessories that he does come with. And I'm having a hard time zipping it back up, because that zipper is super tiny, man. So be very wary of those zippers. He comes with a notebook, or his little sketchbook. As you can see, very nice gold paint, and then he has paint splattered all over it. As any artist knows, that this is very accurate to sketchbooks. You're gonna have messy paint everywhere. But yeah, man, nice little accessory. And he does come with a pair of headphones. So if you want him listening to music, you can. And if I can get it to focus. If you want to listen to music, he can. And they're in this nice yellow plastic with blue inside of it. And it does form very easily over his head. They are molded inside to just fit over his ears. And it's harder to do it behind the camera. Give me a second. As you can see, and they stay on there pretty well. They're not gonna come off. They're not gonna go anywhere. So yeah, they're gonna stay on there pretty well. But yeah, he does come with these headphones, and he comes with a pair of wire cutters. And if you're a graffiti artist, you know that these are used to cut through fences to get to brick walls or whatever you want to tag that has a fence in its way. So it's nice that he came with these, and they actually do work. I'm gonna get my camera to focus. They actually do work. As you can see, it's pretty cool. And it's nice that they put all this little detail into these. As you can see, it has the red paint, and then the silver with the rust on them, and you can see all the little silver punched into all these little rivets, the black handles. So this is pretty cool. You can use it on other figures like your Legends, your Mezco, your Mayfex, and whatnot. And then he does come with a pair of spray cans, which I think this is, oh shit, dropping everything like always. But he does come with a pair of spray cans, as you can see right here. A nice little spray can. Very, very small. And the lid does come off. You gotta spin it off. Actually, it took me a minute to figure out how to take it off. So you rotate it off, and then you can see there. It does have a nozzle or spray nozzle on top. And it's really hard to focus because it's so small. You can see. And they actually do have a little ball. I don't know how well you could hear it. It does have a little ball in there. If you ever use spray paint, you know that they do have a little metallic ball in there to keep stirring up the paint so it won't dry up. And it does come with a little marker. As you can see, you can write a paint marker so you can write on the wall. He comes with a white and a red one. And this one has silver on it, which looks nice. And then the other two are the same, but just black and green. This one's a little bit smaller, and he does have a bigger paint marker there, which are really nice, man. And you could put these in his backpack because you don't want to lose them because they are very, very small. And for the most part, if you were going spray painted, you would have these items in your backpack. But yeah, these are very nice. They didn't have to give us all these. I mean, they didn't have to give us anything, but for the price point, I would hope they would give us all these nice accessories. But he does also come with a black ski mask. As you can see, it's just a black fabric, kind of like a dry fit feel to it, like a dry fit shirt, Nike dry fit. And you can just slide his head in there. It's hard to do it on one of the loose heads, so let's try it on the body. One. Let me do it behind the camera real quick. You can see him. You can just slide it over the head, and he has a ski mask now, which looks really nice. And then he does also come with a gas mask. So, you know, if you're painting, you don't want to be inhaling all those fumes, especially for a long period of time, because it will fuck you up. And it looks nice. It has a yellow visor, mostly all black plastic. The respirator things right here, the cartridges are orange, and you can see that it has silver at the bottom. Yeah, looks really good, man. He does come with a NYC hat, which looks really nice, and that is sculpted, and you can see that it does have all these textures. It looks nice. Again, you could just slide it over his head backwards. You want him having a hat forward. I'm not an NYC guy. I do live in Texas, so he's not going to be wearing that. I wish he did come with just a plain hat. No disrespect to New York, but I just wish it was maybe just a generic hat. He does come with a pair of Timberlands if you want him not wearing his 5s. So these are nice. Not a big fan of Timberlands. I used to have two pairs. High school, a black and that tan wheat color. But if you live in Texas, you know that it does get very, very hot. And You don't want to be wearing those. Even in wintertime, it doesn't get very cold, so your feet are going to be sweating. So he comes with a pair of fisted hands. As you can see, they're nicely gloved. Nice hands, nicely detailed. Yep, those look nice. He comes with a pair to hold his spray cans. As you can see, these are very nice. Comes with a pair of gripping hands with one trigger finger on one of them. The other one doesn't have a trigger finger, it's just a gripping hand. So if you want Vapor holding the gun, you can. Comes with a pair of splayed out hands. As you can see here. This one's more like, like throwing up. I'm not sure. It's kind of like just an expressive hand and then more of an open splayed out hand. Just do look very nice. He comes with a pair of rock-on hands, Spider-Man thwip hands, or throwing up H-Town, Houston hands. I do like these. And my favorite pair, he comes with the FU hands. He's flicking you off, as you can see there. Nicely detailed again. So these are my favorite. And then he does come with 4 heads, which I think is pretty damn awesome, man. He comes with this, like he's tripping out, hallucinating type, like he's in a trance. Maybe he smoked a heavy blunt and it's got him tripping. It does look good. You can see the red spiral. The hair is flocked, which I think was a great idea. Whoever came up with this idea, pretty dope, man. You could see nicely flocked. So when you're putting on his headphones, his hat, his gas mask, be careful not to damage that. He does come with a like a nervous smile, which I think this one's pretty cool. And all these heads and just the overall design of this guy, he kind of reminds me a lot of a Gorilla's character, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, man, look at that. That is a very expressive face, which I think is pretty dope. And then he does come with the head that came straight out the packaging. He's kind of like over everything, kind of done with your shit. Has an attitude. It's pretty much what I look like all the time. And then he does have this very expressive, angry face. So if you want him like battling someone or fighting someone, you could have this face on there, which I think looks pretty dope. And that's all the accessories it does come with, man, which is quite a lot. But now let's get a closer look here at Vapor, and then we'll look at his articulation. And here's Vapor up close and personal. And yeah, man, he's a solid little figure. I absolutely love him, man. It kind of reminds me of myself when I was in high school. And yeah, man, I think he's just a great looking figure. He is pretty much a basic body. On the bottom, as you can see, he is just all blue. He does have muscle definition in there. And then his legs, his limbs are all just plain blue, except his lower calf and ankle do have a white painted on there to kind of pop the foot off, to kind of show a sock, which I think was pretty cool. Good attention to detail. But yeah, man, he's just a solid figure overall. Very sturdy, very well put together. It doesn't feel like he's gonna break or anything. Just a solid figure overall. As you can see, the jeans have these little pockets nicely stitched. You can see all the seam lines running down. Yeah, man, just good. It just actually looks like real denim. It feels like real denim. Very thin denim, but it does feel like denim. Back as well. Just a blue plastic underneath, but nicely detailed. As you can see the back, his butt. And yeah, man, just a good figure overall. Let's get a close look at this guy's articulation. Getting a look at Vapor's articulation, I did put a shirt on to kind of make it easier for me to show you his articulation. But his head is on a ball joint right here. As you can see, his neck is a separate piece that plugs into his body, as you can see there. So you can get a little bit more movement. Not much, so it doesn't get too much movement in there. So with that setup, he can look up just about that far up, which is not much. I wish there was a little bit more, but it is fine. He can look that much down. Again, not much. He does have great head pivot though, so you can get some good expressions out of him, as you can see. Yeah, that's very nice. His arms are on ball joints up here, so he can move his arm all the way up. And he does have butterfly joints, very, very small butterfly joints here, which he can shift a little bit back and forward, which is not much. He does have a upper bicep swivel, so you can kind of see there. So he does have an upper bicep swivel, double joint elbows that bend in all the way. And then he does have ball jointed wrist. So depending on how you have that configured, he can do up and down or side to side. So that is very nice. He does have an upper diaphragm cut right there. So he can pivot. He can pivot that much with it, that much with the upper diaphragm cut. He can crunch that much forward with it and that much back. So he doesn't get much from that diaphragm joint, but he does have a ball joint here at the lower waist. So with all that together, he can bend all the way back and all the way forward. That is amazing. He can pivot all the way to the side, all the way to this side. And obviously, if you have a jacket or the hoodie or anything else on him, it is going to be a little bit more restricted. I don't think the vest would affect it much because it is just over here. So the jacket and the hoodie are going to limit a little bit of that articulation. With the jeans on, he can kick this much forward and that much back. He does have a upper bicep cut, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does have an upper thigh cut. He has double jointed knees that bend in all the way, easily kick his own ass. He does have a ball jointed. And taking these shoes off is very, very difficult. They're on there very, very tight. But he does have a ball joint here at the foot, which is a little unfortunate. I wish there was a hinge in there because with that ball joint, he can just move his foot up that much down, and no real ankle pivot. Just kind of rotates a little to the side, and it does make him a little difficult to stand. Not much, but I mean he could still stand fairly easily. Just I feel like those ankle pivots would have helped a lot. And he does look up the same with all the other heads. So yeah. I did forget to mention that he does come with a little bag to hold his all his accessories, which is pretty cool. It's just a little small Ziploc bag, and he does come with a sticker sheet. So if you wanted to put some here on the display to see like he kind of tagged the wall or whatever, I think that's pretty nice. Nice attention to detail, especially for this character. Now for some size comparisons, here we have Vapor next to the Marvel Legends Deadpool. And here we have him next to the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man with a Mafex web effect and a 3D printed spider effect, which I did break. And here we have him next to the NECA 4-pack Turtles in Disguise. And I think these two could have a lot of cool photos taken with them. I think they look pretty cool together. And lastly, here we have him next to the Mafex Michael Jordan. And yeah, man, I think he could fit in a lot of displays. And oh, hello, daughter. I'm sorry about that. My daughter ran inside the room. But here we have him next to the Michael Jordan Mafex. And yeah, man, I think these look pretty great together. And they're all wearing Jordans. Well, knockoff Jordans. And here's Vapor on the rotating stand. And overall, man, I think this figure is absolutely fantastic, great. One of my favorite in my display now for sure. Um, Top three figures of this year as of now for me, because just the fun factor in this figure is just out the charts, man. Like, comes with so many accessories, so many displaying options, and just just hours of fun just with this guy. Yesterday, I was messing around with him, and I just couldn't put him down. I just couldn't stop playing with him and messing around with him. And yeah, man, he's definitely going to be here on my display table or on my review table. And I probably will be playing with him a lot more. You'll probably see him in the background of my other reviews because he's just a great figure and just very fun overall, man. And I can't stop praising this figure. I understand the hype behind him now. I definitely do understand the hype behind his figure. Um, it's just a great figure, man. It's from all the clothing, all the hands, the heads, they could have only gave us one spray can and that would have been good enough, but they gave us 3, 4, 5, 6, graffiti type of paints for him, and I think that's just going far and beyond expectations. He comes with 2 pairs of shoes, a hat, wire cutters, a gas mask, a ski mask, a notebook for his, to have him hold for like if he's like, doing paintings in his book, headphones. Man, he just comes with so much, man, and it's just a great figure. Again, I really do like it. Maybe it's because it reminds me a lot of me during high school. I wasn't a graffiti artist, but I did like to draw and whatnot. But just the way he looks, the attitude behind him, the clothing, he just really reminds me a lot of me in high school. And yeah, man, it's just a great figure. Definitely recommend it if you don't have any Mezcos. This would be a great first pickup. He is a little bit harder to get now because he is sold out, and then the restocks don't restock till 2022, and he is a little high in the after sale market. Uh, Thankfully, I was able to get it for a fair price because my homeboy had an extra one and he needed extra cash, so I got him at a good deal. But I do recommend them if you don't have any Mezcos. If you want to get into Mezcos, if you just like great figures in general, if you are an artist, I think this would, touch a personal place for you. If you just like great figures overall, man, yeah, I would definitely recommend this. I can't stop saying how great he is. Definitely one of my favorites. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely give him a 9.5. The only things that don't push him to perfection is that he is missing that little button that fell off. That was a little unfortunate. Not a big deal. Again, you're not going to see it. Another thing that I did not like is that those wrist pegs are very, very small. And I feel like you could break them at any point if you're not being careful. And that's about it, actually. So very close to a 10. Other than that, he's pretty much perfect, man. And also just the flocked hair, very great idea. It looks great, feels really nice, good high quality. But you got to be careful not to mess it up. And just over time, I don't know how it's gonna withstand. So if you're gonna put the other heads up in storage or something, they did come in this little plastic protection, and it just slides right into the head. So I would recommend putting those back on. Again, not much more to complain about. Maybe the only other thing is that the zippers were very hard to pull down, and it did scare me a little bit because they are very, very small zippers, and I didn't want to break them. But other than that, man, just great figure. All the accessories, even the smaller ones like this one, great attention to detail, like the paint smeared all over that top nozzle spray can thing. Just great figure, man. I do recommend it. But then again, thanks again, guys, for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you like this figure, if you like this review, what I can improve, what you like that I did. Follow me on my Instagram at Screw Toys with a Z at the end. And yeah, man, thanks again for watching, and Let's get to 1,000 subscribers by December. Let's make it happen, guys. I know y'all, we can get there. We can get there. But anyways, thanks again for watching, man. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.